Reactor controller is an excellent solution for connecting the foot roll to the foot roll spinner. Wire parameters would be a little more awkward here. We'd need a lot of if statements to say that as the value goes up, that it should be only rotating a certain bone until a certain point in time, and then after that it should start rotating the next bone. It is also very difficult to get a smooth transition with if statements from one bone to the next. So what we need to do is we need to find a way to be able to get a smooth transition all the way from the heel roll down into flat, up into the ball of the foot, and then onto the toe, so that one motion blends nicely into the next. Reactor controllers will provide us with that. For the toe wiggle and the knee, we're just going to be using wire parameters because they're not nearly as complicated. So starting with the foot roll, let's start by selecting the three bones that will be involved in the foot roll and adding 0 list controllers to them, or in this case using the freeze transform Alt right mouse button quad menu option. In the motion panel, open the Assign Controllers window. Open the rotation of the objects and find the 0 Euler XYZ rotation. We'll be working on the local pivot of each bone. In this case, it's going to be the Z-axis for each bone. I'm going to add all of the reactor controllers first and then work with them. So I'm going to pick the Z rotation track of the 0 controller, and I want to pick the float reactor, and I'm going to do this for each of the Z tracks. That will be for the toe. This will be for the ball of the foot. So essentially we have heel rotation, ball rotation, and toe rotation. The track they're all going to be reacting to is going to be the foot roll. So I'm going to say react to, click on the foot control, and then in here, modified object, attribute holder, foot controls, foot roll. I'm going to add that track to the react to each one. As soon as you add a react to object or track, it sets up the first reaction. The first reaction state is its current state. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to animate the foot control value going through its full range of motion so that I don't have to be constantly changing the value. I can just scrub the time slider. So we're going to start off with a -90, which is going to be the full heel roll. At 20, we're going to go back to 0. At 30, we're going to go to a value of 45, and that's going to be the ball of the foot rolling up. And then at 40, we're going to go to 90, and that will be the full toe roll right up under the toe. So if I scrub this time slider, once I have it all hooked up, we should have a full foot roll. Don't need animate turned on anymore, so I'll just turn that off. Slide along to frame 10, where we're at -90. And for the heel, I'm going to say create reaction now. And a new reaction is added at the value of the foot roll. And I can simply change the state value to whatever I want now. And that will give me the state that it's going to be at that given point in time. So in this case, I'm going to rotate the foot right up at about a 90-degree angle. Let's make it 1.5 in the state. You might say this is way more than you'd ever need, but that's the best thing to give your animation.